Hello, World Civ 107. We'll see how this announcement turns out. I made one this morning, and basically the whole thing was a disaster. The recording didn't turn out. It's okay. I ended up having like some bug trying to fly at me, like in the middle of the whole clip anyway. So, anyhow, I just want to say on a positive level that I'm liking the work that I see coming in for the most part. And so keep it up, and I hope that you're still seeing that in the middle of being overwhelmed with so much information that you are still able to learn new things. And and that's what I want to keep seeing happen. This week we are going to cover several interesting historical situations and characters that I hate to cram into 1 week, but this is what we have to do. And so, learning about the Haitian Revolution, Ivan Grozny, Ivan the Formidable or the Terrible, and some of the other important sets of information in this section, I think you will find very eye-opening, and I hope you enjoy. Now, in regards to the video notes, okay, because I have a lot of videos, I have some longer ones, like the documentary on Toussaint of Haiti and so forth. Many times when I have a longer documentary clip, I will write a caption, and it'll say write 5 notes. If it doesn't, then just write 2 notes for the video. This week I decided to have the Ivan the Terrible documentary as an optional documentary. I'd love all of you to watch it. There's a lot for you to watch. If you decide to do your paper on Ivan the Terrible for Sunday, then I'd even extra encourage you to watch it, to use that information for your Sunday's paper. So, and actually now what I want to do is I just kind of want to elaborate a little bit on some of my expectations for Sunday papers, since this is the first time first week you've been bringing your batch in, and I'm already starting to grade. Keep in mind, do your best to always, in the case of the one on Japan, and where I had you kind of do a little role playing, it was not totally necessary, but for the most part, just always remember to put history dates in these papers. That is not a problem for most of you, but sometimes I'm getting some really good quality papers and you're forgetting to put dates. And I'm going to say it now. I'm going to take it easy on the first week. A history paper without any reference to any time period is not a history paper. And so it's 100% not a history paper, and it's going to be graded as if it's not done. Okay? So this isn't going to be a problem for any of you, because we're going to settle this right here and now. So if that happened to you this week, no worries, okay? But just make sure that when I look at a paper, that it's articulating something about the time period in which we're talking about, okay? That's important. Sorry, this bouncing laptop. And keep in mind that I didn't use Turnitin for this week, but it will be used for the upcoming week. And so Turnitin, just make sure that there's no plagiarism. And there's not going to be, because you're just going to be using the material covered from this class, the textbook and the videos and my lectures. And so if there's a little percentage that it shows on Turnitin that your paper looks a little similar to some other sources, that may just have to do with the fact that using a textbook information or something like that. Where you're going to have an issue is if it's a high percentage, and that implies that you are taking something off of Wikipedia, some other dictionary or other paper. And so just don't worry about it, because as long as you're not doing that, then it's not going to be a problem. And I've had my other class, I had many papers that are turned in with 0%. Some have like 8%. I'm not going to worry about that too much, but really it shouldn't be a problem as long as you're just focusing on, again, the material from each that we've covered in this class. So I think I've said enough on that. If there's any other questions or problems, make sure you please get back a hold of me. I'm hoping that you're seeing that I respond as quick as possible to those of you who are asking questions. And I will try to put some posts from time to time on announcements that I think are relevant to the week's topics. And when I make those posts, they're not required to be watched. My announcements are. But if I post something like a documentary clip on the Janissaries in the middle of the week, you're not required to watch it. But again, if you have the time, I'm usually posting something that you will find informative or helpful for your, maybe your papers on Sunday. So you can use whatever I post as a source for a paper on Sunday. That is something that you can do, okay? And so I'll end it there, and everybody, have a great week.